Assalamualaikum and good day to all my dear students. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to explain another skill for reading comprehension, which is identifying purpose of text. For students who are not able to view my video, you may continue to listen to the audio file and refer to the handouts given. All right, let's start. Basically, for academic readings, there are three main purposes of text. They are to describe, to discuss, and to defend. As you can see in the table here, these three purposes, they might be able to confuse you a bit. Okay, as you can see, describe, discuss, defend. So how do you differentiate all the three? Right? When a text describes about a subject matter, okay, it talks about the different components of the topic. Okay, it's very objective. There's no standpoint, there's no bias presented in the text. Okay. When a writer discusses about a certain issue or topic in an article, the writer would commonly argue the case for two or more positions on the issue, and at the same time would even state his or her position, which he is more inclined to. Right? That means he may be comparing between two options, right? And then perhaps stating his own point of view, which one he is more inclined to, which one he prefers. Okay, while the last one is to defend is the strongest among these three, where the writer would be very obvious in stating a certain point of view, certain uh, standpoint, and you can see a lot of modal verbs being used. For example, should, must, will. For example, homeschoolers will be awkward social people, for example. All right. So you can see that to defend in an article, the biggest clue that can help you is the use of modal verbs. Modal verbs are words like should, could, would, must, can, right? Those are modal verbs. Okay, let's have a few examples here. Which passage types are questions 1 until 3? Describe, discuss, or defend. Okay, number 1. Discuss the impact of technology on urban and rural families. All right, this is quite obvious. You can see the word discuss. So, what do you expect to see in the article? Meaning the author would be talking about all the possible impacts. All right, there won't be any development of ideas towards certain points. Okay, it will be the author will describe all possible impacts of technology on urban and rural families, where the author doesn't have to take a certain position, okay, based on the topic. Let's look at number 2. It has been claimed that the internet is the best technology ever existed. How far do you agree? All right. For question number 2, which D do you choose? Describe, discuss, or defend? Okay. For this kind of statement, it is actually to describe. All right. So the author would be describing how is it that internet is the best technology ever existed? In what ways? Okay, and now let's look at number 3. Newspapers should not identify a person by their race, color, or religion unless this information is relevant to the news story. Discuss. All right, even though you can see the word discuss, okay, but you can also see the use of the word should. It's a modal verb. All right, so The discussion in the article would be about why newspapers should not identify a person by their race, color, or religion unless this information is relevant to the news story. Okay, meaning the main ideas would be about why newspapers should not identify a person by these factors. Okay, we shall continue. Section B. For those who are looking at the handouts, look at section B. Read the following sentences. Is the purpose of the passage to describe, discuss, or defend? Okay, let's check our understanding. Discuss the impact of out-of-town shopping centers on the regions in which they occur. Okay, so which one? Describe, discuss, or defend? Your answer? We're talking about impact of out-of-town shopping centers. Are we defending something? No, we are going to describe. Okay, and we're not going to even state our standpoint. Okay, number two, it has been claimed that democracy is the best form of government in the modern state. How far do you agree? Right, it has been claimed that democracy. Okay, so which one is this? Discuss or defend? How far do you agree? So there is no clear standpoint, right? So you have the privilege to, if you're the writer, you have the privilege to give various point of views. Okay, because there is no clear standpoint here. So this one is to discuss. We can talk about the different point of views of this statement. Number three, discuss the ways that politeness is achieved in English and another language you are familiar with. So this one is describe. I would say this one is to describe. You have to describe ways that politeness is achieved in English and another language you are familiar with. You're going to describe. So in English, how politeness is being portrayed. And what about in another language? Okay, let's go to number 4. Newspapers should not identify a person. I think this is the same statement, right? Okay, so we know the answer already. This one should be to defend. Moving on to number 5. To what extent does the media influence how the general public views scientists and their work? So this one is no clear standpoint, right? So this one is for you to discuss. Okay, show the pros and the cons, and you can even state your standpoint. Number 6. What factors affect people's choice of career? There are so many factors, so you're going to be describing. Okay, in what way people's choice of career would affect. Sorry, what factors affect people's choice of career? So you'll be talking about the factors that affect people's choice of career. Is it peer pressure? Is it parental influence? Things like that. Okay, so I think that will be all for this new skill, identifying the purpose of a text.